Hi everyone, this is Paris Debono of the Fortune Teller shop in Sydney, and I'm going to show you how to read the Baraja Spanish playing cards. Very simple spread, okay? And I'm just going to demonstrate how to do it. Now this is a deck that I've designed or rendered, if you want to call it rendered or redesigned, whatever suits your fancy. So it's basically the Rider-Waite deck, but the court cards are from the Rider-Waite deck, but the minor cards are like this in the Spanish card tradition. So it's a deck that has no major cards, no major arcana. It's just the minor and the court cards. This deck is really, really good for finding out about relationships and how people feel about each other and love and romance. Okay, it's good for career questions as well, but I'm going to demonstrate a love question. So what you do with this deck is you shuffle it. It's already shuffled, but I'm just going to redo it a little bit just so people know that I'm not rigging it or anything. So I've shuffled the cards. And what you do with this deck is you think of your client. So just imagine my client is Kim and Kanye. Okay, I'm going to ask. Just say that it's the client's Kim, since the woman cards come up quickly. Which Kim wants to know about how her husband feels about her and how she feels about him. Okay, so what you do is you flip the deck upside down, like I've just done here, and you take out the first queen and the first king. The first queen will be Kim, and you look through the cards and we try to look for the king, first king that we see. Now I only read these upright as well. I don't read them reversed. So let's look for the first king that comes through. Where's Kanye? He's being very stubborn. It's not coming out quickly. Come on, Kanye. There he is there. Okay, so that's the first king. Okay, so you take out the king and the queen. I think that's the first king. Did I miss anyone? Just making sure that I didn't miss. Okay, that's true. That's right. So you take out the first king and queen. So for example, if you had a gay couple, you'd take out the first, if it was a gay male couple, you would find the first two male cards. If it was a lesbian couple, you'd find the first two female cards, okay? Or whatever your client needs. Now we've got Kim and we've got Kanye. Now interestingly, astrology-wise, Kim is actually a Libra, but in this reading she's come out as the queen, which is very sensitive and emotional, intuitive. And in reality, Kanye is a Gemini, which is an air sign as well. So they're both air signs, but in this one he's come in more as the fire sign. So that already tells us a lot about their energy. Okay. Then what you do is you go back to the deck and you take out, we can start off with 3 cards. So just take out any random 3 cards. And, you know, when you get more and more experience, you can do 5 or 10. It's up to you. But I'll do three cards in this example. And what you do is you put everything back together. You put the king and the queen. Now, obviously, if you had 2 hands, you could shuffle. I've got one hand holding the camera. I'm just going to shuffle this way. One-handed shuffle. Random. Okay, and then what you do is you basically flip the cards and you lay them out in a row. Interesting. Now what we have, it's interesting because we have 2 pages that have come in. Pages I associate with children, and I know that Kim and Kanye have children. I think they've got 2 or maybe 3, but either way it shows children. And pages could also mean communication too. So it's both communication cards. Kanye is looking towards the children and he's looking towards Kim. But Kim's actually looking away from them all. And she's looking at the 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups in Rider-Waite system is boredom. But in this system, I also like to see it. A 4 is a stable number. It's grounded and it's domestic. And cups is emotional. So woman wants grounded, domestic, emotional situation. She's got children behind her. And then Kanye's looking towards the family. So looks like he's very dedicated to his family and his children. She seems to want, domestic harmony, but she is feeling perhaps a bit detached from her family and her husband as well. So she has to be careful of being idealistic or wanting the family to be a different way, or she's dreaming about what it could be or should be like instead of looking at what it is like. Okay, so that's how you read the 5-card spread in Baraja system. Now let's do it another way. So let's imagine another client. We'll just do it for practice purposes. Let's do now Beyonce and Jay-Z. Okay, so same thing. We look for the first man and the first woman card. Now obviously if you had separate clients you would reshuffle and do the whole process, but because I'm just showing you. So there's Beyonce, powerful woman, very direct, knows what she wants, could be a little bit standoffish. And there's Jay-Z. Now it's interesting, Jay-Z's come up with near a queen as well. It's interesting. So they've had issues with that before in the past where he's cheated. And there's another man as well, and there's another man. So he's focusing on other people. But let's go into the finding 3 cards. Any random cards? 1, 2, and a 3. Let's see what's going on with these two. So let's see how they feel about each other. So put them all back. Oh, by the way, these cards are available through me. I'll put a link in the box, text box. I think I have a few copies left, not many. But I think I do have about two more copies left. So if you want them, you better grab them. And so they're shuffled. And also, please like the video, because if you like it, then I'll know what people want to learn more about, and I'll make more videos. Okay. So let's have a look. So there's Jay-Z there. There's Beyonce. Oh, just giving him a bit of a cold shoulder here. So 4 of Wands can be like a reunion and welcoming. This is very much in the tradition of Rider-Waite. Interestingly, in Baraja, 4 of Wands is also the card of bedroom, in the bedroom. Yeah, so it's a sexual kind of card as well. But if you notice, the wands look a little bit conflicted. Then we've got money, opportunity, wealth. We've got Jay-Z, wealth, money. A guy who's stable and has money and resources. We've got Beyonce, powerful woman. She's a little bit, he's looking at her, she's not sort of looking at him as much, so she might be a little bit annoyed with him. And then we've got the 7 of Swords. In Rider-Waite, 7 of Swords can be moving on or escaping or travelling. But in the Baraja, it is showing like a conflict here. It's a bit like a stalemate. There's no cup cards as well, which is not very good. So even though they seem happy in the media and whatever, this does not show a lot of happiness. It shows a lot of, I don't know, seems a little bit together because of resources and money and wealth, but it doesn't look very loving to me. So yeah, so this is how you would read the Baraja Tarot cards by Paris Debono. Okay, if you have any questions, just write it in the text box, and see you later. Bye.